also, and let's say I'm originally from Ukraine, and in our case, in our country, we'd also would consider that it's more like a female role to take care of the kids all the time. With this kind of this trend changing, how do you see it will be like in the future? Again, more in this case, male can be taking care of kids because can you say that this is like male empowerment movement to take care of their kids, and more female, especially if they're on C-level job, they will be staying and going and do their jobs. What do you think? How will we see this trend shifting?
I mean, I can't speak to, I think, like changing norms in a family, but I think by providing both partner with different opportunities, then it gives a family more choice. And and if a man doesn't want to work, and I think that's fine. If the woman wants to stay home for a period of time, that's fine. I think just by having more flexible policies, you then create kind of more opportunity for both.
I think what we've found is we have to be flexible in the way that we deliver the training, because at the moment, the way it stands, we haven't reached that tipping point. So that's why we're working around traditional working hours and working in the off hours so that women can try and do it all, when they have a time in the day that they can actually focus on their startups and their businesses.
How in this case, yes, did you want to add something? When we are talking, by the way, our stage is deep media stage. So one of the most important things that we're discussing here is the intersection of media and AI. And we are discussing this from very different aspects, taking into account the ethics of AI and others. And we actually, throughout the years, we can see that actually media is dominated quite often by women as well. But do you think that with AI progressing, becoming more advanced and used in media industry, what kind of opportunities will it provide for more women professionals entering this space?
Yeah, I can answer that. So I think AI is changing everything, is shifting everything, and so we're seeing, as one of the speakers was saying before, consumers are becoming creators. So you could start your own YouTube channel, you could become the news anchor on Instagram. So all of that shift in consumer behavior is also positively impacting the end user, which could be women as well. And so you don't need to go through that system in order to enter the media industry. So it's kind of becoming democratized. And so that brings up opportunities. But I think what's very important, a lot of times we talk about women in STEM and upskilling and reskilling women in AI. I don't think that by itself will solve the problem, because you don't need to teach me about the specifics of AI. You need to teach me about how it's going to impact me and my work and the industry and the future of the industry. And by giving me those options of how I can avoid being disrupted, that's going to help me to advance. And so I think that there's an opportunity for many women to stay in this field and to even enter this field without having to go through the system that was there before.
Thank you.
Maryam?
I think Sarah answered it wonderfully. I think it's about giving, again, women more choice in this case, the new kind of jobs coming out of it. It may be not directly related to media, and I'm sorry, I know you keep trying to bring it back to media, but I think just opportunity-wise...
Well, to be fair, I will just add, Meta is also about social media. Let's be frank. And
I work in public policy.
Okay.
I don't do anything on the media field, but fair, very fair. No, I was just going to say, I think in terms of jobs and opportunities, what's also been interesting about AI is obviously it's leading to more jobs being automated. And I think, there's the worry about automation, but I think that there are also maybe jobs that women tended to have that maybe women didn't love as much, let's say, that can now be automated, and it allows for greater creativity, different jobs, different skills, and so there's an opportunity in that sense that, of course, could relate to media, but could relate to other jobs as well.
Thank you. Actually, here I would like just to add, Because if we think about that from the perspective of creativity, how can we make sure that AI just helps to automate some of the processes that we don't like to do, but the creativity is not dead? Would you like to?
Add the human aspect to it.
Yes.
Right? So that's my personal opinion. I feel like we could use AI as a tool, but we need our personal creativity. So if you look at industries such as film, entertainment, the media, what is the future of these industries? Are we just going to see AI-created films? Are we just going to see AI-created, comedy shows? But if you look at, for example, in Bahrain, we've had famous comedians come. It was fully booked from day one. It's sold out. People are craving this human. I could go and watch a recording, but it's a very different experience when I go there and I listen to the comedian and I'm with people and I'm connecting. And I hope that the future of media and entertainment is not going to be fully AI.
Thank you. Helen.
Yeah, I think, as Sahara has already said, look at this amazing week in Riyadh and gathering people that are passionate about technology and changing the world. And so, the conversations and the interactions and the random meetings and even this panel, we've bonded over being here this week. I think we're going to continue probably to be connected forever. And so I think, I don't think AI can displace that, that personal connection, and it'll probably do a lot of things very, very well. But I still think at the end of it, creativity is going to come from. It can help accelerate certain things, but I still think, that I still think there's a place in it for people and creativity.
Thank you.